This video is going to be about a single PDF file out of a group of PDF files at the description link below. CSP, sandyhook.ct.gov/CSP/reports/CFS_1200704597.zip. Within that is a PDF file called 00101146, and you're staring at one of the pages. This is actually page 2. This is page 1. Date and time investigation, May 8th, 2013, 9:15 hours. On Thursday, I went to the office of Chief Medical Examiner in Farmington, Connecticut to review the final medical examiner reports for victims of Sandy Hook and Adam Lanza. The final medical examiner report stated the following information for victims and Adam Lanza. Page 2 here has a bunch of entries, and they include some redactions here because they removed the name, the first and last name of people. Some of them. It includes Adam Lanza, Victoria Soto, and a few other people, but it removes a bunch of names. The doctor performing autopsies is listed. Cause of death, multiple gunshot wounds or single gunshot wound or gunshot wound of the head is there. Manner of death is listed as homicide or suicide or other, and one of them is not listed as far as diagnosis, findings, anatomic. One of them lists an intraoral gunshot. The rest are say multiple gunshot wounds or gunshot wound. Next, mostly of the head. Instead of it saying gunshot wound of the head, someone hit the drop down here and put in intraoral gunshot wound for suicide. Because it's the only suicide of the bunch, I'm going to make a claim. But anyway, there's your information, and it's one person making this claim. No, it's one person collating information and filling out a report like this for some reason. And it was done in that year, in that date. Okay? All right. Here is the combined version of both pages 1 and 2. This is the WAPTEC edit. It describes Adam Lanza dying and all the other people being shot, etc. And it is saying OCME file 12-17618 says, he's saying that file said Adam Lanza was examined after he was dead in an autopsy by Mr. Carver. The gunshot wound to the head was a suicide, and it says intraoral gunshot wound with extensive injury to skull and brain. This is the only suicide listed, so when the guy hit the drop down, you knew this was an autofill page, right? When he hit the drop down for suicide, it brought up options for which type of suicide. One of them is where you have to fill in what type of suicide, and it isn't a short answer, because it describes a very specific way of shooting himself instead of putting the gun in his mouth. So the police officer either clicked this button, so it would just say intraoral gunshot wound, because normally this is it, or he hand typed it. Now here's the thing. He's referring to an OCME file 12-17618. Nobody's citing that because it doesn't say intraoral gunshot wound. It says exactly what we know happened. Adam Lanza put a gun to the back of his head and blew his brains out because he wanted to shoot himself a specific way, and there's a picture that proves that he practiced it. A Wix site is the only place that gives you these references. This will be the only other thing on the internet that includes the keywords. Sandy Hook Wix site said, and Detective Matthew Greenstein made a supplemental report and said on page 1 that he got the information by going to the medical examiner's office, and on page 2 he said it was an intraoral gunshot wound. This is from a 600 KB PDF named 00101146 in a 136 megabyte zip file named CFS_1200704597 containing 81 PDF files. About the processing of the scene at Sandy Hook Elementary School, it's not the primary investigation. The primary investigation, not the processing, has a completely different file number, and it is not the final report. Someone claiming it does exist as a listing in the Sandy Hook report is in and of itself a lie. Me saying it doesn't exist in the Sandy Hook report isn't a lie, because this is not the report. This is the file set from everybody putting in their input. and it was obviously considered an inaccurate information source. And the citation it listed to that other place doesn't back up this assertion. This assertion, when you look up OCME 12-17-61-8, doesn't back up the assertion. He simply filled in the wrong thing or not. Now you can decide this one thing proves that the official narrative is blown out of the water. But me finding a picture that proves Sandy Hook truthers lied about the picture, that doesn't blow them out of the water. Having two different standards of truth, fact, or proof is not useful. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And unlike the other assholes, I'm providing direct links to these files. Have fun downloading a 130-odd megabyte file. Good day.